Hey everyone, Valiant Customs, Steve here. This video is going to be a little bit different than what I've been doing. I've been working on my C10. This time I'm working on my gasser. I got the gasser running and everything. It was it was able to yard drive, and but it had a really bad oil leak. So this week, time just totally got away from me. I worked on this project here, my gasser, and then I had a bunch of concrete work and stuff done around the house. Still probably sound a little different because I had a cold, or I have a cold. Anyways, besides that, I've been working on the gasser, trying to get this taken care of, because although it was running and I could drive it in the yard and everything, it was still, it had a pretty bad oil leak. And, well, come to find out, at first I thought the oil leak was the oil pressure line, or oil pressure gauge line. It wasn't tight or something, so I tightened that and everything. It wasn't that. And come to find out, let me get you in here and show you. Come to find out, oh boy, there we go. Come to find out, back in here, the rear seal for the intake went bad. See, I don't use the front and the rear gasket that comes in the intake set or kit that you get from gaskets. I found that usually they end up blowing out, so I don't even use them. I throw them out. So I put the intake gaskets in, the side ones, and then I put silicone or RTV on the front of the intake and on the back of the intake. Well, when I put it on the back of the intake, I must not have put enough or something, because when I ended up taking the intake off the other day, a couple days ago, it wasn't even barely touching the silicone at all. I mean, it was out of a strip this long of silicone. It only had like maybe 3 spots that it was touching on all of it. So I cleaned all that up and everything. But before I got to that point, the intake was stuck. Was stuck right to the heads. I mean, I was just having a hard time getting it to come out. So I ended up prying on it to pop it up, and hold on. And like an idiot, I pried on it, and when I did pry on it, I don't know if you guys can tell, but this is the timing cover that goes on the front. Right here on top, I happen to have my, right there, I happen to put my pry bar on there when I popped the intake up, broke it. So, I mean, I could have done a real cheap fix and just JB welded it, I guess, maybe, and been okay with it, because it doesn't look like it's too bad on the inside. I mean, it's cracked and everything, but I could probably pop that up a little bit, hopefully without breaking it through all the way, and then JB weld it, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do it correctly. So that's what I did. I went and I bought another one of these timing covers. And then, and when I took the timing chain, or when you take the timing chain cover off, you got to take the water pump off to get that off, and the harmonic balancer. Well, since I noticed that the water pump that was on it is an original Chrysler water pump, I was like, well, I know it's good, but I went ahead and bought a new one of those. So I'm going to put one of those on it. Right now, I do not have the timing chain cover on it. The new one. I don't have the new one on yet. And the water pump that I ordered hasn't come in either. So I'm kind of, I mean, I'll probably put this on, I don't know, today maybe. And, oops. So from there, I want to do the water pump, put a brand new water pump on it too as well. So I know everything is new. I mean, this car has so many brand new parts that I didn't want to put old pieces back on it. Now when I already got it broke down this far and everything, I didn't see any sense in it. So I ordered brand new, and that'll be going on, and I'm getting this thing back together and on the road, and excuse me, and hopefully, I think in 2 weeks, it's scheduled to go in to have the exhaust put on it, and so I'll have exhaust put on it, and it should sound pretty good. I mean, I'll make a video of what it sounds like and have it running and driving, and maybe take you guys on a little trip in it or something. But like I said, it was running pretty good, except for the oil leak that was on it, and the oil leak was driving me batty. I'm like, I want it done. I want it finished. Excuse me. So because I've been stuck doing the concrete and doing this, trying to get this project here taken care of and everything, my C10 has kind of set on the back burner, but I did, let me turn you here, I did get the front part on the C10. I'll zoom in here a little bit. You guys can see it there. So I got the front part put on. It's not bolted down yet or anything, but it is on there. And then I'm thinking the next video is either going to be the Valiant running and driving, or I'm either going to do the compressor, air tank, and solenoids for the C10. Or I was even thinking about maybe ordering a new roof skin and redoing the roof skin. Then at some point I got my 96, my 1500 here that I want to get finished up. I'd like to just have that on the road for this summer too. But I guess as long as I get the Valiant on the road, the 62 is going to be a little while. It's going to be an ongoing build for, I don't know, for a while. And then the 96, I'd like to at least get it in primer and on the road where I can drive it. You can kind of enjoy that this summer. And then, yeah. So, that being done or said, I wanted to just fill you in on what was going on and why I didn't have any real good video. Because I did this project here, and I wish now that I broke it down this far and everything, I wish that I would have been recording to show, everything that needed to be changed for the intake gaskets, everything for the timing cover and timing cover gasket and water pump gasket. I did. Oops. Yeah. I did get the new timing cover gasket or cover, and I put the new seal in it. And when I put a new seal in, I usually put oil or grease on it so that it's not a dry start, or when I start it, it's not a dry start or dry spin on the new seal. And I also have already installed the gasket that goes on the back of the timing cover. I have not installed the fuel pump block off yet because this has electric fuel pump, so I don't need the mechanical fuel pump. So I got to block off for that. And what else? Well, I guess that's pretty much it. The next thing, I was going to go ahead and install this, but to install this, the gasket that's on here is cork gaskets on each side of the oil pan itself, because this goes on like this, and then the oil pan kind of cups up. Whoops, let's see here. It goes on like this, and the oil pan cups it right here, and goes up on these flanges here. I could probably put some RTV on all this here, and put it in there and bolt it down. It would probably seal and be okay. But again, I'm not wanting to do that or do stuff like that. I want to go ahead. I'll put this cover in, and then I'll probably replace all the oil pan gasket as well. I'm going to have to go ahead and change the oil in this again, because when I took some of the bolts, 2 of the bolts out here, coolant came out of the block, and it was still running and going down into the oil pan. So I'm sure I've got not a lot. Most of it got in the drain pan, but some of it I'm sure went into the oil. So I'm going to be changing the oil and everything on that. So yeah, that's where I'm at. In fact, I will probably go ahead and show me putting the timing cover and the water pump on and changing the oil pan gasket. At least that section of it I can get covered. And again, I'm sorry I didn't cover all of it, but I really didn't. I thought it was going to be something simple. And of course, it's always the simple things that seem to take forever. So that's why I'm ordering parts, waiting for parts. Yeah. I wish I would have even had the roof skin ordered already or something that I can be doing. I mean, I can cut the roof skin off and show how I'm going to cut that off and do all the spot welds and things like that. But I really think I want to wait until I have a part for it so I can do all of it in one video instead of breaking it all up. Like I'm doing this video right now, where I'm just talking and telling you what I've done and what I'm going to be doing, instead of having the parts here, going over it and doing it and showing you guys. So please hang with me. I will get this completed. I'll get another video out with this thing, going back together and running. I'll get another video out with the C10 and things like that. Just right now, this week, I can't believe how fast the whole week just went by where I wasn't able to get any content. So again, I apologize, and I will have a video soon of everything going on with this and with the C10. All right, thanks, and please like, subscribe, and again, thank you, and God bless.